You ready, Chris?
You ready, Ben?
Let's get it.
Man, let's get it, man. Welcome to the Follow Then Lead podcast. What's happening, people? We coming to you guys and girls yet again, man. The Follow Then Lead, yo, brother Ben. This is brother Chris. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling great.
Yeah,
Especially after like checking in and the fellowship before we started.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm feeling
man.
really good. How about you?
Man, it's like a nice little warm up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
how like the singers they had before they get on the stage and they get the blowing their trumpets and blow.
Do
When
re
they-
mi fa sol la.
Yeah, all of that, bro. Like they do the warm up with the tonsils and the throats and all that other stuff. Getting the tongue loose.
Yeah.
Same with this, man. So I always enjoy the fellowship before, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it.
But I'm feeling good, man. Fresh off of Texas.
Welcome back.
Yeah, man. It's like paradise. When you go home, it's paradise, bro. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, man. Bittersweet. I had to lay my grandfather to rest, but brother lived a good life. Everything that we speak of with this, what Follow Then Lead stands for, that was him. Strong, proud, took care of his family, fought in Vietnam War. Looked out for the community. Taught, had great compassion for youth. So he's what we envision what a man is supposed to be. The old schools, those OGs, man, they was it. They lived there. So even to this day, if it wasn't for him, I probably would still be walking around here sagging. Like I can hear him now, like pull those britches up. They give you the backstory, about sagging and
Yeah.
all of that. Like now you're a man, pull your britches up. Put the belt on, all that other stuff. Yeah, big shout out to him. Yo.
Yeah.
Pop,
Yeah, shout out to you, Pops.
yeah, man, he was there, bro. But yeah, I'm good, man. We back in the studio, we doing the thing.
Yeah, how you doing, like, processing it all?
Man, honestly, bro, I'm straight. The hardest part for me, man, is just want to be there for the other family members, that comfort, that peace or that encouraging word in the time. But as far as like the relationship between me and my grandfather, like I said, was a proud, strong man, and I know my dude. He ain't the one to be wanting to sit up in the bed,
Yeah.
be bedridden. Can't move. People feeding him. He can't feed himself. He can't wash himself. He was for him. He was ready to be at peace.
Yeah.
So that puts me at peace. So I'm good. I'm good with that.
Mhm.
I know the other people out there like that as well. They see, the older generation, how proud they were. Like, nah, they don't want to be sitting in the bed for, however long they have left to live. They ready to go. So that puts me at peace, knowing that, no more pain, no more suffering. It's definitely, in a better life right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad, and we've been praying for you.
Good looking
For
out.
sure.
Absolutely. Thank you,
And
fam.
yeah, whatever you need, if it's a holler or if you need help with family or going back down, whatever it is,
Yeah.
just let us know or let me know for
Yeah.
sure.
Man, good looking out with that, bro. Yeah. You know me though, man. Look, y'all good, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. Because, I'd probably be the same way,
Yeah.
like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Once you process, you work through it. But I'm glad you're doing all right.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
man. And that's
And that the
beautiful.
wife went with you. You had the support
yeah,
you needed.
Yo, that was dope for her too, cause she don't get to experience Texas that much. So for her to experience a little bit more of my family, how I was raised, the things that I did, back when I was back home, she got to experience that at the fair. Just other dope stuff that Dallas has to offer. Yo, she enjoyed it, man.
I saw the one video I saw of, it's Texas, it's South.
Mm-hmm.
The grills are going
Yeah.
all
Oh.
day.
Especially in the summertime. Well, this
Yeah.
is actually fall,
Yes.
but down there it's summer all the way up until like December.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I saw just the slabs of ribs and
Mhm.
meat and the briskets, and
yeah,
I was like, why am I here?
yeah.
Why am I
bro.
not down there?
Yeah, everybody that's seen that video said,
Yo,
food is bananas.
that food look good down
Yeah,
there.
It's wild, bro.
I think the one thing I learned when I went to Dallas, because I talked to people,
Yeah,
and we got in an Uber, and I was talking to a guy about like, oh, what's places to go to get some good Southern barbecue.
mm-hmm.
He said, man, you can't trust, this is this guy was older guy. He's like, you can't trust every barbecue place.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna give you this trick. If you go to the barbecue joint and they slather all their meat in sauce, don't trust them.
Yep.
He was just like, don't trust them.
Yeah.
Meat's probably not good, or they don't season it well.
That's it.
He's like, you don't know if the meat is good.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so always get your meat dry rub or whatever,
Yeah.
but get your sauce on the side.
On the side.
Yeah.
That's facts, because people, you said it best, but people try to cover up the mistakes of the meat, and just drench it in sauce. Nah, that's not it.
Yeah.
That ain't what he right. That ain't what you want.
That's like if you ain't took a shower and you put
exactly. It's
fresh deodorant on.
Yeah.
It's funky.
Yeah, it's funky. So
It's
that's what that funky rib. That's where that came from. That statement, that's where that came from. That funky rib. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah.
That stanky leg.
Yeah. Yo, bro, yeah. Always get the sauce on the side, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hands down. That's what I like to do.
And anyways, bro, if the rib is banging like what it's supposed to be, or the way it's supposed to be advertised, it don't need the sauce.
It don't.
Nah,
you just flavor it all by itself.
Exactly. The season do it for you. So facts.
And it should be juicy already. So what?
Exactly.
You needed to be more wet for?
Yeah. So OG told you right.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It changed my my barbecue experience.
Yeah,
because it's not about barbecue sauce. It's BBQ means grill.
That's it. Exactly.
Yeah,
the sauce is the sauce.
It's extra.
You want the actual meat, the links, the ribs, the brisket. Yeah, that's the part. That's what you want.
The chicken.
Exactly.
It's moist.
Exactly, yo.
Yeah, I'm hungry right now talking about it.
Always get you right, bro. But yeah, next time you go to Dallas, you know what to look for.
All right.
Yeah, man. So, coming to you guys, man, we have our topic for today: being for others what I never had. And that's deep. When you hit me with it, I had to think for a sec. I'm like, yeah. I could kind of see how a lot of us have gone through that. Coming up as a kid, not receiving whatever, love, affection, security, comfort, whatever. You have that experience. I'm kind of traumatized you. And so you growing up, you coming up in the world as you get older, now you probably without even knowing, you become this superhero. You out here passing out love because you never received love. You passing out affection because you never received affection. Now you friendly with everybody because no one was friendly with you as, coming up. You giving out comfort and protection and security because you didn't have that when you was young. Mm-hmm. And so now you're this blanket to the world, whatever traumatized you as a kid or a teenager growing up that you never received, you want to give that out. You hear parents say all the time, my parents never gave me this. They were dope, good parents, but they never gave me this. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure I give this to my kid. Yeah. That's where that comes from. Yeah. What's your thoughts on it, bro?
Definitely all of that is 100% true. I mean, the only thing that I think is like with my life, like, the communication, right? The affection, the healthy affection with, like my nephews, you know what I mean? And then in the future with my sons, like,
yeah. And
my daughters, like just being a loving father or loving male figure, just even like with my little cousins, like for years, I always be like, give him a hug. Love you, bro.
Yeah.
With my brother, I'd always make sure with my younger male cousins, it would be affection. The dap up, the hug, or just come and give me a hug, bro. I love you.
Yeah.
Love you too. All right, word. See you later.
And
there's times now they say it to me without even me saying I'm lost in it. Oh, I love you, cuz. Oh, my bad. Love you too, man.
That's what's up.
It's like, because I didn't hear that. I didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some of the things that, getting there, but.
That's how
Yeah.
That's how it be, man. I feel like as a kid, a young kid, I did receive everything I needed.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until like the late teens or early 20s, that's when it started to hit me like I'm not receiving some of the stuff that I need to, carry me or thrust me into, my next phase of manhood. And one of those things was like aggression, or what's the word without maybe that warrior mentality. You know what I mean? Having that gift of inserting yourself in certain situations or whatever. You even spoke on it one time like that. Don't run from the warrior. Like that's us. You know, we might utilize it wrong sometimes, but as a man, you want that. You need to cultivate that and nurture that warrior mentality within you. So 19, 20, 21, no one ever like taught me that. And so I became passive. You know what I mean? And as a man, you don't want to be that. You don't want to be passive. Like, you want to be able to have strength and courage to insert yourself in certain situations to make things better. Like when you think about Adam and Eve, that story right there. I know I've been on record for saying that it's Eve's fault.
Eve's fault. Don't let nobody tell you.
Yeah, bro, but truth be told, if Adam wasn't passive, we probably wouldn't be in this mess that we're in now.
Yeah.
Like if Adam would insert himself right then and there, you know, Eve talking to the serpent, he whispering those sweet nothings in her ear, she gets the apple, boom, he comes, he sees this, he hears this, but instead of him inserting himself, being aggressive, putting his foot down, not in a bad way, but putting his foot down in a good way, like, you know, just standing his ground, being aggressive. That warrior mentality, like, nah, this ain't finna go down like this, then that would have saved a whole lot of trouble right there. So I feel like that's me right there. Like, more brothers, those that, you know, struggle with it or have been going through it, already conquered it. Some of us go through that phase where we're too passive, you know, or that's, you know, that ain't none of my business, or, you know, that's your child, they ain't got nothing to do with me, or, you know, to each his own. Like, nah, this is your community. These are your people. Even though it's not blood, but you look like me. So I need to insert myself. I need to be more aggressive in my community so I can be better. You know, so that's one thing I struggle with. So because I was passive, I don't want to see the next man passive. I want you to, you know, I want to nurture your warrior mentality. I want to nurture your aggression the right way. So when trouble comes up, you know, when situations arise, you know when to get aggressive. You know what I mean? You're not the lamb now. Now you're the lion. And so you can step to that situation and correct it. And so we won't be, you know, having situations like Adam and Eve no more. Because men are now, you know, built for that aggression, that situation. You're equipped now to handle it. Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think I was raised similarly, that I was being molded to be passive. You know, mainly because I think, you know, with my mom, I love her. You know, she just was trying to raise me to be not like the men, you know, maybe that she's experienced, or like, you know, say my grandfather, the more dominant, you know, aggressive male. But on the flip, in the way she was trying to keep that aggression, because I was growing up with it. You know, I was showing it, right? That dominance, that assertiveness, that, you know, and she would like keep diminishing, or like keep trying to keep it at bay.
Put a lid on it.
And then what that did was I became more, you know, passive, you would say. Even though, like, you know, you could see that I'm not that passive, you know, but when there's certain situations, I'd be like, I just step back. Like, oh, even though everything in me wants to rise up.
Like, you want to lunch at
so
that thing.
We went out, me and my friends went to a lounge the other day, some little party. You know, they had like a live band, you know, I put a blazer on, you know, smooth, right? So we're leaving, walking down the street, and, you know, it's club let out, all the, you know, kids are out now, drunk and foolish, you know, drugs. Like, you could see it. They wilding. So I actually saw somebody I knew, was talking to her. We just was chatting on the street. So I finish, I go up to catch up with my boys, and I see them, and I'm a very alert person. I'm always watching my environment and surroundings. And I see this kid standing in front of them talking, like, with his hands, he seemed aggressive. And so I just walking up, like, curious, like, what's going on here? And so when I get up, this Asian kid steps in front of me and starts talking to the Spanish kid, and was like, oh, you know, take it easy. And the dude shifted his attention from my boy to the Asian kid and got really aggressive. And then said something like, say something else and I'm gonna slap you. Kid said something else, he got slapped. Right? But So what happened? It starts to get chaos now.
Yeah.
Because the Asian kids' friends are there,
coming over,
and then the Spanish kids' friends now start running up. And it looked like the Spanish kid was trying to start a problem with my boys, and they were just looking at him like, "You look goofy right now." You know,
facts.
You don't want this problem.
Yeah.
So they weren't even. They were looking at him. So anyway, I see something. Everything's happened so fast. And I turn around, this Asian kid comes trying to run by me, and I just grabbed him by his like underarms. Mm-hmm. I just grabbed him and moved him back. I said, chill out.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? I was like, chill out. He looked at me and he just was like, oh. And he stepped back.
Yeah.
Just stood there with his friends.
Yeah.
And like, I've always had moments like that even when I used to club my boys, it'd be a fight. I walk in it and grab somebody out of it. They all say like, bro, you're crazy. You can get da. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's just that like,
well, look,
that's that lion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Comes out in those moments where it's like instinct for me. I'm not even thinking. There was one time. Sorry.
I'm about to say it helps that you 6'5". Bro.
Yeah, no, it helps.
Ain't nobody gonna mess with you, man.
No, it helps. But like, I'm not saying the Asian kid was gonna try to fight me. I'm just saying he listened to me when I spoke.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
I was on a train one time, and we're gonna get back to the topic after this.
No,
but I was on a train one time,
we on the topic.
And I was with my ex-girlfriend, and we had just came back from some event from the city, and it was like, you know, this woman on a train, you can tell like on drugs, and the guy she was with, they both were clearly, you know, on drugs. And it's not like trying to judge. It was a clear, you know, it was an obvious thing. And there was this like, you know, privileged kid sitting down on the train. I don't know what he was doing, but he must have been staring at them, making faces or something. So the woman turns and starts talking to him like, oh, you think you're better than me just because you have money? You know, starts showing aggression to him. He does something. But I had my back to them the whole time. But I felt that lion rising up in me. Yeah. I was like, if this dude if he does something, I'm just gonna react. I didn't think about it, but that's just kind of that feeling, you know what I mean? That energy boils up in you. Mm-hmm. And so I'm talking to a girl at the time, and we're just chatting, but I'm alert to what's going on. And I saw him get up. Oh, she kicked him. So then I turned my head to see what he was gonna do. She just kicked his leg, because he was like barking off at the mouth.
Yeah.
And he get up and like pushed her, and like it was like not even it was a split second.
Yeah.
I grabbed him and threw him.
Yeah.
He lands on the floor. I didn't even know I was that strong. I didn't even feel it. It just was. Yeah, it just was like I just turned, grabbed him like that. Yeah. He lands on the floor. What's your problem? I was like, I don't care what you got to say to me right now. Mm-hmm. You're not touching them.
Yeah.
I don't even care. You know what I mean? I'm not even. It's not even a conversation we're gonna have.
That's dope.
It's nothing's gonna happen right now. Yeah. You know. Oh, I was like, I don't care. You should get off the train right now. But he was with his friend. They got off the train. Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, clapping. I'm like, ain't no clap. Like y'all was just sitting there. Mm-hmm. It was nothing to you to sit here and watch two people that you consider less than get. You know.
Yeah.
It's not okay for me.
No.
You know, so that's to go back to the topic where not getting, you know, being for others what we didn't have for ourselves, you know, what we were just talking about where being okay being the lion or being the lamb at times when needed. You know, that Jason Wilson said in that recent interview, he said men need to be able to be what they need to be at any given point in time.
Absolutely.
So you it's not that you are a lion.
Yeah.
You are a lion. But you're not just a lion.
Exactly.
You can't just be defined by anything because you need to be whatever you need to be
in different circumstances.
In different situations.
That was good, yo. I listened to that clip, man, and that was beautiful, man. I had to go talk to some of the husbands and see what were their thoughts on it as well. It was like, you know, the gender roles and that type of thing like that. But I'm like, are you just strictly as a man, or you as a husband, as a man, or you just strictly bound to just doing that, you know, just doing the masculine side. Can you nurture? Can you, you know, cook? Can you teach? You know, can you, you know, do other things as well? Like, nah, as men, nurturing and teaching and, you know, life skills, all of
that is a man.
That is masculine. That is manhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have to be able to, like you said, be able to bounce and be what we need to be in different situations, yo. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Man. So I agree with that, yo. He came with the heat with that.
He did.
Yeah.
And I think that's at least to go back to, you know, our topic, you know, being for others what we didn't have or what we didn't receive growing up. Like, the ability for us now that we know that I didn't have this, that, or that, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't have my father there. I had other men that I had. I didn't get the affection, you know, that I needed. I didn't even get the love and affection from my mom like that, you know, as you would from a nurturing mom. She was just trying to raise a young man, you know. Yeah. She's trying to be all that she needed to be to raise us. And I'm like, I just need a mom, you know.
Understood.
But, you know, so anyway, so whatever our lists are, now that we're aware of these things that we didn't have, it's about becoming those things, you know, especially as a man, like Jason Wilson always says, how can I be a comprehensive man? You know, a comprehensive man being good with my emotions, good with my mind, my clarity, my understanding, good with my spirit, my relationship with God, good with my finances, you know, how well and understanding, you know, good with my hands, being able to build or fix something if I need to.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like all these different things, you keep going on. Good with nurturing as a man, you know, good with communication, affection, like keep going on, caring for others, selflessness. So if I become comprehensive in being able to do all these things, then I can, when I have my child or my community, I'm pulling from a pot that's overflown.
There you go.
Like exactly. I'm able to, I need to be affectionate right now. Let me pull that out.
I can do that. Yeah.
Let me pull that,
exactly.
Swiss Army knife.
That was with the utility
belt. Yeah, the utility. Let me pull that out the utility belt for you.
Word.
Yeah. That's how I see it now for us now. Like, because we can see us in the mirror, like, all right, maybe I didn't have that. How do I be better with that with myself so I can help, you know, that the brothers around me, help my family, my community. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing about it, the way I see it, is just, yes, we were raised with shortcomings. Everyone does. But how do we overcome them, equip ourselves, learn from others, to then pour out what was not given to us?
That's it right there. Me personally, I feel you overcome it by being that. Yeah, you overcome it by becoming it. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's dope. Got to put that on the shirt. But yeah, yo.
Say it again.
You overcome it by becoming it.
That's
what
that's
I mean? Like, yeah. So that's how you do that right there. Like, yeah, be love, you know, be affection, you know, be security. And then by you learning and you growing, like you said earlier, you know, that's how you make family better. That's how you make community better. You know what I mean? You coming through, that what you used to lack, you know, that what used to diminish you now has, you know, made you strong.
Right.
And now you're able to feed and nurture, you know, this beautiful thing that we call life, or this beautiful thing we call community. And now other people can benefit, you know, where this person here, again, you know, it's still a cycle that ain't gonna go nowhere, but where this child might lack affection, or where this child might lack a father figure or whatever, now you can be that, what they need. You didn't have it, but now you know how to give it because you overcame it. And now with this other child, you going through the same thing that you used to go through, now you can give it, and you can give it better.
Right.
You feel me? Because you went through the fire and you came out the fire. Now you're better equipped for that.
Right.
And now everybody's peaceful, everybody's blissful and beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot to add to that. I think that that's just the key for us, especially as men, even just as people, women, you know. I think the biggest issue I have with, you know, with myself when I look back, you know, I used to be jealous of or envious of people that had things that I thought that I should have had growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I should have had that father relationship like that. Or I should have, or I wished I had that girl on my arm, or, I wish I had this or that. But like wishing I had it takes away from the work that it takes to get that or to have that. Not that the work that it takes for me to have a father, like that's supposed to be given.
I know
right?
where you're coming from, though.
But you know what I'm saying? Like all the other things, even that relationship, say I do have a father figure around or my father or whatever, and we don't have a great relationship. I'm mad that that person, my father, didn't create the relationship with me, right? So I'm a victim. I'm mad that, this dude with her and I'm not, But what if I did, get with her? Because I'm not willing to put the work in to create a relationship with my father.
Yeah.
To try and break through.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Because that's when, I look at it, my relationship with my father, and I've been trying the last few months, and it's, it's shaky. But I've tried, to engage conversation, to have understanding, even sometimes even send money just because that's when I'll pique his ear. You know what I mean? When I satisfy what he need, you know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, that piques my ear too, bro.
Let me send you some dollars too.
Yeah, I get excited, man. Go
yeah,
ahead.
but
I feel you.
You get what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to. You my father. I shouldn't have to send you money to have a conversation.
Word.
So, but and then you get so sensitive. But the little strength that I show when we have a conversation, I'm not attacking you. I'm just a strong person.
Yeah.
And I'm not using my strength against you. I'm just communicating.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Hey, this is how I'm thinking. This is how I'm feeling. Oh, I shaved my head bald. Man, I look like you.
Yeah.
And now you take that and, that's disrespectful. What?
Yeah.
I was saying it pridefully. That's, so we don't understand the issues with the people that don't have relationships with us.
There you go.
We don't understand that what they're going through, what they've gone through. So to build up that strength within us to fight through whatever you've gone through, for us to have, or at least to try to have a relationship, that skill, right? It goes right on that tool belt. Even though it might not work, it might not have worked, but that effort that you use there
absolutely, man.
is going to be key for when you need that in your marriage, in your relationship.
Absolutely.
Your relationship with your kids, because there's going to be a time where they're not 5 no more and don't want to be up under you. He's 15. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
And now you got to try to create a relationship with a 15-year-old young man that's coming into himself. I don't need you. Get out of here.
But he do need you.
He does.
Said,
he's the same as
really
my father.
Yeah. Yeah.
At 50.
Yeah.
15 and 50, the same person.
Yeah. But that's it. That's part of the cycle right there. He, Pops, it was something that was, lacked that, he wasn't given. And so now, he's not used to it. Like you said, you communicate. You're not coming off, strong, as you would say, but because he's not used to that, he's gonna take offense to it. You know? That's dope. I would also say, bro, never live with any regret. Don't live with no regret, man. No regret, because everything that we experience, everything we go through, is not just for our own betterment to make us equipped for life, but also for the next person. Never live with no regret, man. Whatever you're going through, it's to produce something that we can't even see at the moment. But what they call foresight, hindsight,
foresight.
The foresight, God's foresight is amazing. So he already looking 10, 15, 20 years down the road, Ben is going through this because I got something lined up for him, that's way greater, 10 and 15 years down the road. So never live with no regret, man. That what we go through now, or that what we've been through already, has placed us in this position that we in now to be able to feed the people.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I mean, you wouldn't go through it if there's no purpose for that.
That's
you know,
true.
it's like you talk about this, that tool belt, your utility belt, like everything we go through, everything we experience, the lack, whatever, not having finances, and I have to be the one to now create, an environment of success or like financial stability for my family.
True.
To then teach, like
Pass
I
that
didn't
on.
have it, so I now have to. And we talk about in our society now, generation, like, oh, I'm gonna be the first, millionaire in my family.
Yeah, man.
Back in the day, they used to say, I'm gonna be the first person to go to college. Now we talking about who's gonna be the first millionaire.
There you
right?
go, bro. That's all
in
right.
our
We
families.
came a long way. I
But
love it.
it's just progress. But like, all of it is for us. It's for our benefit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for us to be a victim.
That's it. I would say don't wallow in it.
Yeah, you can't wallow in it. And I think like you mentioned the regret, like your experiences, whether they were good and bad, like this quote by Malcolm X, something I try and live by. Don't look down on someone for what they don't know, because at some point you didn't know what you know now.
Mm-hmm. True.
Because they don't know what you know, don't look down on them because you didn't know it maybe a year ago.
Exactly.
And somebody was trying to tell you 5 years ago, but you wasn't listening. You know what I mean? And that's the truth.
Yes, facts.
And so, like, you can't live with that regret because you didn't know then. Like when I look back at relationships, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the training.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know then. So I can't keep going back there like, if only. It might not even have worked out regardless. But the lesson is for me to understand what I didn't know. You know what I mean? So then when, like you said, a situation arises, my tool belt, you know what I'm saying? Like all these experiences have equipped me to know and to be ready to deal with whatever I need to deal with at any given point in time. And so that's the beauty of like our understanding of not having what we didn't have, not having the information, the money,
that's
whatever. Now, okay, we know that we didn't have it. What we gonna do to equip ourselves for it? It's better to give than receive, the word says.
That's true.
So then how do we equip ourselves to give what we didn't have, or what wasn't given to us?
I love it.
So then, all right, I want to give this to my kids. How do I get it?
There you go.
Right.
And that's the right mindset to be in, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Oh, bro. Another fire topic.
Yes, sir.
It was dope. I loved every bit of it,
I
man.
feel like we go on forever.
Yo, man, it was good stuff, man. I love it. Yo. Right
So what would you recommend for those? I know we've been like talking about recommendations, whatever, but what is your like word of encouragement for the people?
Wow, bro. I'm trying to think of something that we really ain't even already said, because we done said a lot.
Right.
But being for others what you never had, man, just do it because it's needed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're needed. The individuals that are listening to this podcast, like, you're needed. Do it for you, do it for your future kids, or do it for you if you already have kids. Do it for them. Do it for your immediate family, whatever. Even if it's an uncle that's whatever 30-40 years older than you, do it for them. They still need to see that example. Do it for your community, man. Don't wallow in it. Don't live with regret. Don't, as you say, which is more powerful, don't live like a victim. Grow from that. If you didn't receive love as a kid, then put your big girl panties on, put your big boy drawers on, and be loved. Go out there and do it. It may seem hard at first, but it can be done. That's my quote. It may seem hard at first, but it can be done.
Yeah.
So just go be what you need to be for the community that you never had. Like, you got to be that example, or quote unquote, you got to be that Messiah. So handle your business.
Yeah. You got to be Moses.
Yeah, you got to be Moses.
Yeah, that you the Messiah, like you the Savior.
Yeah.
You're not saving lives, but you saving people.
There you go. Amen
so
to that.
I amen to what you just said, and I just say, just put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we want in life requires work. Relationships, the things that we want and desire, all of it's work. If you don't put in work, you don't eat, the word says. right? If you don't work, you don't eat. So like, if you don't work, you don't get the things that you want.
Nah.
So put in work and understand that you are powerful enough. You are strong enough to be the first to do it, because it's in you to do it. Like the seed, any seed that you find has everything in it already required for it to become what it's supposed to become.
Yeah.
It's just a seed though. When you look at it, it's a shell with a bunch of, I don't know what's inside. Right? It's a little tiny little thing.
That's all you see is
but that's who you are. Like you are a seed.
Yeah.
With everything inside of you already to become what you're supposed to become. That big oak tree, that big apple tree, you know. And so because you're already feeling this, that you should give this to these people, that's in you. That's just, there's a quote I've heard that's God's sign to you that this is who you're supposed to be.
I like that.
Right? Because you're thinking that feeling's coming from within inside of you, that's God's sign to you. He's written it in your DNA that this is who you're supposed to become.
Nice.
So do it.
Yeah.
You are, right? Yeah. You are powerful enough and equipped already to give what you didn't receive. So
agreed.
Like you said, Nike, just do it.
Just do it, y'all.
And on that note, peace.
My man.
Thank you for listening to the Follow Then Lead podcast. You can reach us on social media at,
the email is followthenleadinc@gmail.com, Instagram, Follow Then Lead Podcast, and our Twitter is Follow Then Lead P. Until next time,
take it easy.
Word.